Hi guys, it's Granny Tana speaking. Welcome to this FS25 cash cow video. In this video I'll show you how you can earn money with field flipping. Field flipping means you buy a harvest ready field, harvest it and then sell it for the same price. And yeah, we just start right into it. I go into the menu here at the map, and now I want to find out whether there are harvest ready fields close by that I could buy. Okay, here we go to this growth area. We are really lucky here. The field 8 is harvest ready and field 9. And now we go back to what is growing there. Field 9, it's canola. Yes, it's canola. I think I take that one because it's rather small. I can show you the harvest in this video. I click on it and now we should remember the price. It's 108,720 bucks. So I just buy it. And if I want to sell it again, it has exactly the same price. And it stays with this price. So we can always buy it and do what we want with the field and then sell it again. Only in this case, we should need to sell the shed that is there. But now we go to the harvesting. So we can just drive there, and it's really close by. Yeah, and when we are harvesting, I will talk to you about whether this field flipping method is ethical, good method or not, because that is debatable, I would say. Okay. Like so. Okay. Yes, now we have the course, and then the helper could start. And yeah, I don't do the harvest myself because then I can't concentrate on talking to you. And yeah, so first let's admire this wonderful harvest of a field that we didn't own before. And you could always buy a harvest ready field if you want to buy a field anyhow. I think that is not debatable. But if you sell it back to the same price after the harvest, it is something that in my personal opinion is not so nice. Let's say it like that. And I wouldn't call it cheating, and I think from the official definition of cheating, it is not cheating at all, because cheating means you get an advantage with methods that are not built into the game. And this method here, buying a field and selling it for the same price, is built in the game. Maybe the developer hasn't thought on it that it could be used like that. The field flipping started with FS19, when we first had the possibility to buy farmland and sell it again. Before you could buy it but not sell it again. And then some clever guys got the idea, okay, then I can buy it, harvest it, and sell it again without any losses, and I make a profit from harvesting the field. And yeah, that went through the whole farm sim community then, this idea, and some people liked it and some others not. Yeah, and as this is a method that is built in the game, it is obviously an exploit. An exploit is the name for methods that gives you an advantage that are built into the game, but that are not meant to be used like that. And this field flipping is one example for an exploit in Farming Simulator. In FS22 we also had the Angus beef, the beef cattle, and you could buy it for a rather cheap price, feed it for 10 hours and then sell it with a nice profit, and that was also an exploit, and it's no longer possible. So now the price to buy it is much more expensive, and in the end having beef cattle is no more really interesting because you don't earn really money with them. So that can happen if a developer tries to make an exploit impossible. Very sad, I would think. But that is a different topic. So I would call this field flipping an exploit, and yeah. The other question is it ethical, okay, to use such an exploit or not? And I think there are thousands of different opinions on this, and they are all valid. Some people might think, no, I would never do this, and other things, why bother? This is a method I can use, why not? And I think both extremes and everything in between is a valid opinion. And my opinion about this is somewhere in between. For me, it feels not so really okayish, because you buy it from one guy, you take the harvest, and then you sell it back to the same guy for the same price. And that doesn't feel really okay for me. But also not really bad. So let's say I would only do it sometimes in my gameplay. But that is my personal opinion, and I think it's okay, totally okay to have a different opinion on it. And my question to this is also, is there something like that in reality? And yes, it is. There are people who make a living, sometimes a very good living, from buying houses or land and selling them for a better price. And if you think on houses, it's like house flipper. You buy an old run-down house, you renovate it, and then sell it for a better price. But in this case, we don't have a house, and we don't improve it. Just the opposite. We take away the harvest. So this is a different case. But also when buying and selling farmland, there are people who are doing that. Maybe they buy it rather early for a good price, they wait few years and then sell it for a better price. So not like here, they we sell it for the same price, but for a better price. But we get our profit from harvesting. And then there are others who have connections to people who own the land, so they get it rather cheap, and then they sell it to people from outside who pay more money. And is it questionable? Yes, I think it's legal, but debatable whether it is a nice thing to do it like that. But if, for example, the farmer who owns the land in the beginning doesn't have the nerves to go through all this selling process with an unknown buyer, then it might be a good solution. The farmer says, okay, you get it for a cheap price, I don't want any hassle, you take care of everything, and then you sell to whatever price you get for it. It's okay, because the farmer, maybe he is already old or whatsoever, doesn't like to have stress with such business stuff. Then it's a win for the farmer and a win for the one who sells and buys. So insofar, this field flipping is also happening in reality, but a little bit different. And that might be the problem for some players who think, no, I won't do it. And yeah, but there is another aspect that you or I have to think about when deciding on whether this is an ethical, good solution for me in my gameplay. When doing this field flipping, I have to work. Okay, now the helper is working for me, but I have to pay the helper. And my harvester is working too, and it loses worth, so I invest through doing the harvest. And therefore it is not something where you could say, okay, you don't do anything and you earn money. But, so for example, when you have 10 or 20 greenhouses, you have less work and earn much more money than, for example, with this field. This is, let's see here, 3,000 liters right now. Well, maybe it will be 6,000 or 7,000 liters in the end, or maybe rather 7,000. And let's check for the price. It is the canola. Now it is 1,600 around. It can go up to 2,000. Let's imagine we would wait, and then we would get something like 15,000 bucks for this field maximum. And we had work with it. And therefore, it is a harder way to earn money than if you have a lot of greenhouses and you only need to water the greenhouses and get the money if you have set it to direct sell. So in a way, the argument, you don't invest time and work and earn money, is not valid for this field flipping, because you invest time and or money. Okay, so that is an argument more to the side, okay, why not? And I have an idea how one could make this ethical better. And if you not only harvest it, but then come there with your cultivator and cultivate it and fertilize it and then sow it again. The canola can be sown today in August, or you wait 1 month and sow barley or wheat on it. Then you have invested back and the field is ready for the next harvest cycle. You only took the time that it needs to grow. This is something that you took away from the owner, but you provided him with a freshly sown field, and I would say then it doesn't feel too bad for me personally. And there is one more thing about this field, for example. So we have to, no, we don't need to leave the combine, I think. There is this shed standing there. So I go into the build menu, and you can't sell this lot. I just show you. You can't just sell it. Here, when I try to sell, you cannot sell this land while you still own placeable objects on it. You have to sell these objects first. So we need to sell this old shed. So $2,000. Okay. This is another thing we earn, but we are pressed to do it. And now I could sell it for the same price that we bought it. So that is something to know, that you need to sell placeables first. Okay, so now tell me, what do you think about this field flipping? Is it something that you think is not okay to do and you would never do it? Or is it something that you like to do and you're happy that it's possible and you don't have any second thoughts on it? Or is your opinion somewhere in between? Please write it in the comments down below. But my wish would be, don't be harsh or unfriendly on different opinions. Because for me it's important that every opinion on this is valid, and I don't want to have beef in the comments about it. And yeah, I really think that every opinion is valid and everyone is allowed to play it as you like, and therefore I'm happy if you discuss it with each other and with me, but stay friendly to each other. Okay, and now we are just finished with our harvest. We have harvested 5,230, less than I thought. So when we would get the best price, it would be something like little bit more than $10,000 that we got as profit from this field. Okay then. If you want to buy FS25 or a DLC, feel free to use my code OMATANA. You'll find the link for the PC version in the video description. It doesn't cost you anything extra and supports me a lot. Now I wish you a wonderful day, thank you for watching and all the best till next time. Tschüss!